So, a couple of days ago, I made a contemplative, personal, and passionate video about the current state of premium VR gaming in 2025. Now, I feel like I was honest in that video, and I conveyed the points that I wanted to convey well. But I still worry that some people who watched it might have come away from that video thinking it's just another VR is dead scare piece. You know, there are so many videos like that. People saying VR is dead, VR is never going to be what people think it might be, VR is dying by the day, VR will never succeed. It wasn't one of those videos. And I've never felt that way about VR, and I certainly don't feel that way about VR right now. VR is thriving, VR is alive and well, and it always will be. It's just that right now, this year, interest in certain aspects of the hobby that I absolutely love, big, higher budget, higher price point premium VR games, aren't doing as well. Reach didn't hit like it wanted to. It didn't deliver the results that I think Endreams were hoping for, and audiences don't seem that fussed about it. It's come out and it kind of didn't leave a mark, and that's a worry in one aspect. But VR, as a medium, as a format, is alive and well. And today, my counterpoint to my own video is this.
Your performance will be closely monitored.
Someone just spoke to me and I don't know why. So today in particular, we're talking about VR modding, a part of this industry that ensures it will never ever die. For as long as people have VR headsets, and for as long as video games are created on platforms that allow there to be modding, PCs, VR will always be alive. This is the new Painkiller game. This came out a day ago? I think it's 1 day old, and it might not be the best game in the world. I think it currently sits with mixed reviews. People aren't quite hot on it. They're not quite sure that it lives up to the legacy of the old Painkiller games. It is very different, but that's besides the point. This is a brand new Painkiller game that works with 6 DOF motion controls 1 day after the game launched. And whether the game itself is a good Painkiller game or not, that's one debate for a different day. What it is a fantastic VR game. Like, this works so well in VR. This feels like a true Doom in VR experience, and we've never quite nailed that. Yes, we had the one native VR Doom game, which is okay if you mod it, but this is fantastic. And this was created using UEVR, of course. It's an Unreal Engine game, and some passionate modders within the UEVR community have stepped up to implement things like full motion controls, make sure it's running smoothly, put a profile out there for the world to see. And now we have, for $29.99 this game costs, another kind of AAA looking and feeling VR experience thanks to modders. I'm jumping in. So, this new Painkiller game is designed to be a little bit like Vermintide or Darktide or Left 4 Dead. It is a co-op shooter, wave-based shooter, where you have objectives that you need to complete as you progress through levels. So here I'm playing offline, so I'm using bots to accompany me, but you can play with actual co-op friends. They're running backwards, I don't know why. But I don't really want to talk about the game. The game is pretty great, in my personal opinion, in VR. I think it's fantastic. But really I'm here to talk about modding, VR modding in 2025, and kind of point to that as just one aspect of this industry that shows me, and that should tell everyone, it's not going anywhere, it's never going anywhere, and it is only getting better with time. I mean, look at this. Let's just take a moment to silently appreciate what's been created here. I'll shut up for a second. Just look at this. It's so good. This really is just a whole VR game. that we can play. Yes, it isn't going to be perfect. Like, yes, I've got the HUD attached to my right hand. You can amend that. You can change it so it's locked to your head if you want. UEVR is so adaptable, so versatile that you can make the changes that you want to see implemented into your games if you don't quite like how one person's profile operates. There are things that we kind of can't always figure out, and not every game is going to work fantastically well. That's something you have to accept with UEVR in particular, but VR modding in general as well. Not every game is going to just work. Like, I was quite excited to play Silent Hill F in VR, but I've seen the profiles that have been made, and I would say that's just one that it isn't worth it. It's not great. The game itself ended up being kind of not that good, for me anyway. I didn't really enjoy it that much. But on the flip side of that, you've got Silent Hill 2 Remake, which works perfectly, absolutely perfectly, as a VR game. Now, yes, like, it might require... Jeez, this guy's a big, tanky bastard. It might require you to have a more beastie, chunky, up-to-date rig than you might have. You might need to make some compromises to get the performance running well. You might need to not run the game on Ultra. That kind of stuff. But that's all part and parcel with your own system and knowing the limitations of what your system can achieve. That isn't a problem, really, of VR modding. That's just, every player won't necessarily be able to play every game. But Silent Hill 2 Remake, for me personally, it's a near perfect VR experience. Whoa, with full motion controls, full motion, melee combat, which is crazy. And that's all born out of UEVR. And that's just one example. We have dozens of games that work exceptionally well because a team of people decided to create UEVR, a catch-all system that allows us to mod VR into Unreal Engine games. Is that not insane? Is that not absolutely insane? Oh my god, what are you? Don't like that thing. Don't like that thing at all. It's not nice. It's like a big blobby flying blob thing. Can I do anything about that? No, got minotaurs and shit, and I'm getting washed away in the rain. I mean, look at this. I'm playing this standing. I've got full motion controls. I have kind of full sense of the scale and the depth. Die! He died. I don't know why he died, but he exploded. I understand how far things are away from me. I have full understanding of the size of this environment and this level that I'm kind of inhabiting. At this point, this is a VR game, right? Painkiller, the new Painkiller, is not a VR game, but what I am playing right now is a VR game. And there are things that could make it more of a VR game, but I think you'd be hard-pressed to argue that what I'm playing right now isn't a VR game. I mean, what makes VR VR? We get the sense of scale, we get the sense of immersion. Now this is a controversial one, I can move my gun around. Do we need that even for it to be VR? That's definitely a discussion for a different day. I'm not going to get into that right now, because I have played many VR games with a controller that have felt absolutely sublime and immersive, and I would class them as VR. But I know that not everyone does. What is this? What does this do? Not sure. Saw one of these in the last level I played, and I don't know. It's just a weird thing. They're killing all the enemies and having all the fun. I'm going to go down here. But yeah, like, this at this point is a VR game. So I made this video the other day, and I said that, premium VR gaming is kind of in trouble, I think, in 2025. The games that are launching this year don't seem to be garnering the interest of the big games last year. Behemoth, Metro, Alien, Rogue Incursion, they all massively outperformed the games that are launching this year, like Reach. We won't know about Thief or Deadpool until they're out, but I foresee Deadpool not kind of reaching the same audience that Batman reached. I think that's a fairly fair assessment or guess to make at this point. And I think Thief is set to probably perform about the same as Reach, maybe a little bit better because it has the IP driving it onwards. So yeah, there are parts of the industry this year that feel like they've taken a step back, interest has stagnated, and that is a worry, and that can cause people to think, okay, well, is VR just going to die then? I love VR, is it going to go away? And my absolute response to that is no. No. VR is not going anywhere. For as long as there are passionate people in the industry willing to mod, willing to create games, willing to curate experiences. Look at this! Willing to curate experiences. VR's not going anywhere. VR's absolutely alive and well. Now, I've got to switch to my painkiller. So when you run out of ammo, you get this little thing, right? And you spin it, and you've got to like mince people's faces off, and that gets you your ammo back. So I'm just going to mince some faces off. Come here, let me mince you apart. There you go. This is just incredibly gory and incredibly cool. Like, this game might be complete dog shit flat screen, and that's kind of what a lot of the reviews are saying that. But in VR, I am having a blast. I could not care less if this game is not great flat screen, because that is not how I will be playing it. I will be playing it in VR from now until forever. So yeah, VR modding, as long as there are modders, and I think there always will be, there always has been, that they're such an integral part of the gaming landscape. They're a huge part of the gaming landscape. You know, modders made every single Bethesda game better. You know, modders have fixed countless games. Modders have brought games back from the dead. It isn't just in the VR space that these things exist. They're integral. And there will always be people out there who love VR, who want to make more experiences. And as long as we have tools like UEVR, which make creating experience... Fuck off, you. Creating experience... That guy was coming at me with a pissing shield. Tools like UEVR that make making experiences even easier, we're always going to have content to play. Always going to have content to play. So I don't want to not make videos where I kind of call out the state of VR right now and kind of say how I'm feeling, because YouTube for me is a time capsule. I want to I want to capture my thoughts about the state of VR at any one point in time, because I'm really passionate about this industry and I really want it to succeed. On the flip side, I want to be responsible, and I don't want to make videos that leave people feeling like I feel like VR is dead, or that it's not going anywhere, or that in a few years it's just not going to exist. That's never how I felt, and it's never how I will feel, unless everything points that direction and modders will disappear and, I don't know, VR headsets are banned, outlawed by the government. Then maybe, but I can't see that happening. It's alive, it's well, it's thriving. There are big parts of the industry that are doing really well. As I said in the video about premium gaming, social experiences, games aimed at kids, kind of more meme games, hangouts, doing really well. And lots of them are making incredible money based on microtransactions. And that isn't what I love. That isn't what I'm here for sure. That's not the VR that I enjoy. But for some people, that's the best thing in the world. But for me, and people who do enjoy premium experiences, hey, you know what? If Endreams don't put out another big budget game for a little while because they need to reassess what they're doing after Reach, don't fear that we're just not going to get any big single-player games in VR, because we always have stuff like this. And I think more people just need to take a punt and try out some mods. I understand why mods are a little bit kind of daunting. There's an element of tinkering, and you need to be kind of comfortable with tinkering. Oh my god, there are so many enemies. But once you get over the hurdle of learning what the tinkering's like, and in UEVR it's fairly minimal, you will open up a world of experiences that you didn't have before, and it's actually bonkers. Die! Can you die? There we go. Smash him to bits. Pick up a barrel. I will pick up a barrel. I'm going to throw it at this man. Take that! Oh, that was cool! Get out of here, you freaks! Get out of here! Get out! I think I've got like a little grenade launcher on this as well. Haven't even tried it yet. Hold on. Let me just go up here. Woohoo! Dash. Now all the controls are working obviously on my touch controllers. I've got like a slide, which is this one. Whee! You can slide along. You've got like an air dash. There is the grappling, which you do with right grip, which grabs you around. It just feels like a VR game. And so many UEVR experiences do. So many of them feel like a VR game. Yes, there are dozens that feel like crap, and dozens that just don't work. But just the past 2 days, I've seen incredible amounts of people playing this in VR, and Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines 2, the new one. I haven't tried that yet, but apparently that works really well. And that's kind of crazy, right? Like, these are like brand new AAA flat games that just work in VR on day one. We don't, as much as I would love the buy-in of developers to kind of give us this stuff, we don't need it all the time. We can kind of do it ourselves, or these talented modders can. And I'm so grateful that they continue to do so, because it just... I have games to play from now until forever. I'm never going to have no VR games to play. What is this? Oh, maybe I'll use my... Yep, let's go through... Oh! Now, the one thing I couldn't get to work here... Oh, it's working now! Was my D-pad commands. But they're working now, so it's just me being an idiot. I was about to give my one complaint, but it turns out I have no complaints, so everything is perfect. Let's go up here. Whee! Hello, guys. Oh, he's frozen. I think one of my, like, companions keeps freezing people. I do not have that ability. This game does have kind of, like, light... I don't want to say RPG, but as you beat these levels, you unlock kind of upgrades for your character. You can upgrade your guns. I've got like ricochet bullets for this one, so they like bounce around. They can bounce between each other. That isn't something I had originally. This is a VR game. This is a VR game that doesn't say VR on Steam. And it's as simple as that. I think I'm probably just going to leave it here. Like, this is all I kind of wanted to say. I just want to make a bit of a counterpoint video to my video the other day, because I love making those videos. They mean a lot to me. I have to be honest. I have to be truthful. That's just me. And I feel these things. As someone who loves this industry, I do just feel... I feel worried. I feel kind of upset at times. And yeah, I have feelings, funnily enough. So making those videos kind of helps to get it out of my system and to kind of vocalize it and put it out there and just to see if there's anyone else who feels like me, or just kind of see if am I crazy? Like, is it just me that's feeling this? And I had a lot of people reach out and say thanks for making that video. Like, I've been feeling the same. So that helps. But I also, on the other side, want to make sure that I'm not putting an opinion out into the world that is being misconstrued. I do not think VR is dead. VR is very much alive and well. And if you know where to look, you have almost infinite content for VR. Because I don't think the kind of the most passionate people will ever abandon VR. Look at that. That is... Well, I don't even know what I'm looking at. The seat of corruption? Oh my god, it's alive. We just got what we got to do? What have I got to do? Break the shell using the dream catchers. Have I just got to stand here? I don't know what's going on. Right, hopefully you've enjoyed. If you have, please do leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. All that good stuff. Ow! And I will see you soon for another one. Painkiller is out now. The profile for this is in the Flat to VR Discord channel. I would definitely urge you to check it out. Okay, I think if any of these enemies come into these things, I stop charging it. This might not be... Bugger! Kill him. It might not be an incredible flat game. The reviews might tell you that it's a bit janky, and it isn't necessarily a great follow-up to the Painkiller series. But in VR, it's kind of the Doom game I've always wanted. it's kind of hitting. All those itches are being scratched right now. Do you scratch itches or do you itch itches? I guess you just itch itches and you scratch scratches. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm still a little bit ill. Right, take care everyone. I'll see you soon for another one. I'm going to complete this level and then I am going to eat some peanuts. Take care. See you soon for another one. Goodbye. Am I winning? I think I'm winning. You die, you stupid blob. Ah, take that. There we go. Killed it.